I'm so pleased this morning for our ministry moment to welcome Nancy Fisher. Nancy has been active in our church for a very long time. Nancy served in a lot of capacities. She was our lay leader. She was our Board of Stewards chair. She served as our church council chair. And she has been engaged in the work of development and fundraising for a long time, and she is our new director of stewardship for our church. And I am so pleased. We are all very excited to have Nancy on the staff with us. We've been working with her for a long time, and now she assumes this new role. And you will, if you don't know Nancy already, you will, and you will love her. And she will have a big impact on the life of our church, as she has in the past. And Nancy, it's great to have you come and share with us this morning.
Thank you, Dr. Brewster. Good morning. It's great to see all of you out there. I'm actually so overjoyed to be a part of this wonderful staff and thankful for the opportunity to advance my passion for First United Methodist Church through a new vocation. I do see it as a calling. Thank you to also for so many of the members of this congregation have lifted me up in prayer and have sent me some really welcoming, warm messages. I really do feel your love. Many of you know that I have indeed been a member of this church since 1994. I met and married my husband, Jack, here in this church, and I'm pleased to say that I have indeed been involved in several different ministries and on several boards and committees throughout these years. I began my nonprofit career in Amarillo, Texas, as the director of Big Brothers and Big Sisters. And then in order to advance my career in nonprofit management, I moved to Fort Worth in 1993 to serve as the executive director of CASA of Tarrant County. I was there for 15 years, and then I joined the staff at Lighthouse for the Blind as their Director of Community Development. I'm embarrassed to say that a few years ago, despite the fundraising experience that I bring, I would not have been a suitable candidate for this job. I did not support the church financially, except for that occasional dollar or two that I would place in the offering plate or at Christmas or at Easter. It wasn't a priority for me. I guess you can say I'm kind of a late bloomer when it comes to making a financial commitment to our church. Perhaps some of you can relate. And then I had a moment when the people of this church were there for me. Next came opportunities to serve in the way of Stephen's ministry, or traveled on mission trips to Belize and Costa Rica and Kenya. And then there was all of you, my community. I realized I needed to and I wanted to make more of a difference, to practice true discipleship, to serve God even when I couldn't be present in person. I realized I could do that by making a sincere commitment financially. What I did not realize at the time is that type of financial commitment would bring me and help me grow more spiritually and more joyful. As Robert Shanasi once said, stewardship campaigns are not about dollars and budgets, but they're about mission. They're about spiritual growth. They're about relationship with God. Generosity becomes a tool that God uses to draw us closer and aligns us more closely with His desire for us. I believe that with all my heart. I have been blessed time and time again, and standing before you today, I am overwhelmed with that feeling. Now, I'm sure many of you are wondering what is up with this position of Director of Stewardship. There may be concern that I'm always going to be asking you for money or more money. I'm also prepared that many of you will now avoid me in the hallway or not make eye contact with me any longer. As a longtime fundraiser, I'm used to that. But I'm going to give Dr. Brewster and Larry Ammerman a moment of pause with what I'm about to tell you. My job is not about raising money. It is about partnering with each of you in achieving a mutual vision for First United Methodist Church. It is about continuing our legacy for these young people that are in the room and on the front row. And it is about paying tribute to those who have come before us. Our vision is more than just this beautiful building and budgets. It is about what goes on inside these walls each and every day, as well as what goes on outside of these walls. It is about what is ahead for each of us as we go out and do God's work in the world. We become God's people in the world. As Director of Stewardship, I want to make you aware of ways to build and unite purposely in community so as to serve God in transforming lives. My role is also about expressing our extreme gratitude for what you do daily for our church and our programs and our ministries. And it's also to thank you for what you're going to be doing for us, doing for our community through your love. If you've already joined me in making your 2017 stewardship commitment, thank you. If you've not yet had the chance to do so, please consider doing it today by completing the commitment card that you found in your pew or in your bulletin. If you'd like to visit more about your stewardship commitment, I'm available after the service or any time in the days ahead at your convenience. Thank you again. I look forward to seeing you and visiting with you over an upcoming cup of coffee or lunch or even in the hallway, if you will make eye contact. Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy.